There's this idea that people just say, you know, why don't you just go contact somebody or reach out to somebody when you're building something? And from my perspective, and it's just one man's humble opinion, I don't think people have ever really built something if they go through that experience. So what you'll end up doing is you'll end up meeting a bunch of people and nothing will get done. Um, so, or you spend all of your time trying to reach out to people and nothing gets done. And so, what I have decided to do and what I've sort of transformed, particularly with this reciprocity project. So, I initially started to do that when I was building it, right? This platform, I wanted to like get people together, so reaching out to people, and you get a lot of lukewarm responses or people just like meh. But they come, check it out or whatever, kind of a lukewarm conversation, and then nobody does anything. Um, so you have this problem with this, right? Is that you can spend all of your time sort of networking and doing all that kind of stuff, or you can do things and you can actually get it done. And so what I've chosen to do, because my life is extremely busy, I have to do this 5 to 9, not 9 to 5. And I have a family, I've got kids, I've got all these different things that are going on. And I have to do this in between what I'm supposed to do with my real job, right? I can't drop my real job. My real job is supposed to be being a professor, doing professorial stuff, which if you don't know, it's most of the time it's just sitting in your office staring at a computer screen. Um, and reading and writing, mostly you can't do that much reading, you gotta do mostly writing. Um, and that was the genesis of actually doing this. So starting the whole reciprocity project is a sort of frustration. Like, why isn't this an easier thing? Like, why is there no tools available? Use sort of archaic. I kind of wanted to screenshot a picture of the review system that we use, and it's archaic in terms of what we actually use in the review system in the scientific process. Um, archaic, and you're using like text boxes and it just there's very little that it actually does for you and what it does. And I look at the reciprocity platform in terms of what I've already built into it, and it's far exceeding at this moment of what you actually get done on the main platforms that we have, the review platforms, saying far exceeding it in terms of capabilities. But the challenge with all of this is you have to balance getting shit done, right? Like doing stuff, getting work done. And for me, the challenge is like I need to actually work my damn job. And I can't be networking all of the time, sort of quote unquote networking with other people and doing this sort of business development stuff. Um, Building something, I actually need to get the shit done. And so I need to get my work done. And then I need to figure out how to do this on my own, right? Where it's me at this moment, and then figuring out how to find trustworthy people and that people are interested in it and that actually want to contribute, right? There's a massive difference between you going to somebody and trying to find them and them seeking out you. And there is an absolute massive difference between those two particular. It's a power situation, right? Like that's what we know. What a key thing with power. Um, if you go into a doctor's office, the doctor's not coming to you. You're going to the doctor's office. You will have to wait there in the waiting room for a long time because you don't have a lot of power in that circumstance. Now, it's the same sort of thing as you can spend all of your time grappling and trying to find people that actually care or are interested, which is impossible. Or from my perspective, what I've chosen to do, because I have to do this limited amount of time, I'm I'm footing the bill and trying to work and trying to prioritize family, all of that stuff. I'm trying to find all of the little interstitial moments to do that, right? So I have a development team. I can't do the development myself. I wish I could. I would love to do all of that stuff. I just don't have the time. And if I was to do that, I would spend all of my time doing development, and that's impossible to do, right? Like even if I was to do this sort of startup entrepreneurial thing, of itself, this sort of conventional way that everybody says that you have to do it, I can't do it, right? Because I would be doing all of that development, and then there would be no marketing that's going on. So what I'm doing interstitially is I'm on my way to go pick up my kids, and I got to go um, drive them around as a parent does. And so I'm talking to you, I'm communicating with you, and hopefully there'll be people out in this world that will reach out, and eventually reach out to me. And they would be the ones that are loving this, and they want to participate in the Reciprocity Project, this platform to create non-rejectable research papers grants. I can't do that on my own. And then on top of it, it's funny. I do get emails now, and I used to spend, a lot of time sort of replying, being all serious and all. I don't have the time anymore because I'm starting to get more and more of these emails, and the thing is 1 out of 10, 1 out of 20, maybe even 1 out of 30 are actually serious. The rest of them send emails and you never hear anything back. And you're like, what the hell? So I'm kind of giving up on that as well, right? So I'm less serious, but way less serious about any of this stuff. And I am focusing on doing the best I possibly can, being a bumbling fool, putting this together, not knowing what to do, and being okay with that. Right. And if I bump into people, I was sort of thinking about that, of bumping into people that, look down on you, sort of do the nose, the glasses on their nose thing and look down on you. Well, the problem is on them. I'm doing the best I possibly can. I've accomplished a whole shit ton with doing this, with just being more relaxed, knowing it's going to happen, knowing that I'm going to show up and do this every single day, knowing that, none of this stuff happened in a quick minute. That's kind of silly to do that. And I think you get into problems when you do that in many different ways. But it's also balancing in your head, oh shit, I don't know. And I apologize for all of the swearing, but it's this way, right? Like, I don't know where any of this is going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen to it. I feel like a fool all the time. I just do this and I put this out, and maybe somebody someplace will find it. Maybe not. Maybe I'm going to be the fool after 20 years. I'm doing this and not accomplishing anything, getting anywhere, but I'm hoping not. I don't know. So I'm going to just keep reaching out, and I'm going to keep doing this as much as I can, the combination of both, trying to do the best I can with the developers that I have, know that I'm half broken half the time. The platform's half broken half the time. There's nothing about it that is like rock star status that everybody understands and that is taken off, but it worked. And I'm able to do this. And I have to give myself a lot of forgiveness. I have to give the platform's not where I want it to be. It's really not. It's freaking way better than what is currently available anywhere. But it's still not, it is my problem that it does not work as fluently that anybody can pick it up and go. And so I got to keep working at it. And it's my problem because, I built this damn thing, and if it's not getting to the point where it's just freaking rock star growing, which is like normal, it's still my problem. And I got to whittle at it, continuously make an ass of myself, um, do all of those things that an entrepreneur does, and do all of those things as many times as I possibly can, given the constraints that I have, and just be okay with it. And for me, you know, I I I'll meet a lot more people. A lot of people won't be serious, but hopefully I'll bump into somebody that's serious. Hopefully they'll contribute in various different ways, but at this moment, I'm not going to take it seriously. I'm going to play around until other people start seeing it for the value that it actually has. I'm going to keep working at this every day. Nobody's going to believe in it, and it's going to magically turn into something. I think about that is, how the hell did I get to almost 5 million people watching me on the internet? Just trying every day, one little step at a time. How the hell did I get to, hundreds of thousands of people looking at my blog and all of these, all the different aspects of it, um, just trying every single day. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a bumbling fool, but I'm going to keep just doing this. And eventually somebody will reach out that has substance that they want to contribute, and maybe they will participate. But in the meantime, this is my job. This is my job as kind of an innovator, entrepreneur kind of type, whatever the hell that means. I don't even know what the hell that stupid label anyways. But I'm playing around. And I'm playing around until it actually turns into something. And somebody reaches out that is serious. All right. And even still, I don't think that's going to happen, because I don't think that those people exist and they don't get it. But man, I'm going to turn this thing into something that is freaking awesome, and nobody else can sort of say that they've done that. Look out, world. All right. Take care. Have a wonderful